Sharif Ahmadzai arriving at court today, surrounded by armed officers in connection with the murder of a Scottish woman. 26-year-old Ahmadzai is accused of killing Christian aid worker Elisabeth-Jane Ross, who's 38, after she was discovered by a homeless man in a derelict building in Athens on the 18th of July. Greek police arrested him after his wife's evidence saw her raise several concerns over his behaviour. Elizabeth reportedly met Ahmadzai and his wife Elena while volunteering for a refugee charity in Athens in February 2026. Elena's evidence has now been revealed as she described Elizabeth as a very pleasant and sweet person, kind-hearted, with a good soul. She told police the last time she saw Elizabeth was on the 12th of July, just a few days before she was believed to have been killed 3 days later. Elena claims Elizabeth asked her to go on a walk, which Ahmadzai later joined the woman on. The mum of one then left her husband and the Scottish charity worker alone as she went home. Ahmadzai and Elizabeth stayed in contact for a few days afterwards, including the aid worker asking her suspected killer to help deliver Bibles. On the 15th of July, Elena says she saw a text message sent from Elizabeth to Ahmadzai which read, "Thank you for your intention to come with me." Later that night, Elena claimed in her evidence that she woke up and found her husband had left their home without any warning. She said, "I checked his location on my cell phone and I saw that he was inside the apartment on Rithimno Street. I was surprised because there was no particular reason for him to be there at that time." She phoned him up and he said he was out watching a football match at a cafe and had headed inside the apartment to just use the toilet. Ahmadzai has admitted to going to Elizabeth's flat on the 15th of July, which is where Elena's phone records show he was. At the time, Elena said she believed his football story, as one of his family members had died on the same day. Across the next 2 weeks, Ahmadzai appeared to be back to his happy self and even bought Elena a flashy new phone, his wife said. During this time, news broke that a woman had been found dead inside a suitcase close to where the couple lived. The victim's identity was yet to be revealed, but Elena says she woke up in the middle of the night on the 29th of July and thought it could be Elizabeth. The pair hadn't spoken for weeks now, so Elena quickly messaged the Brit and received 2 concerning replies. Elena said these messages were not in Lisa's style, both in terms of her level of English and the use of emojis that she never used. After failing to reach her on a call, Elena said she started to think about the possibility that Elizabeth could be the woman in the suitcase. She later told police, "All of the above made me feel strange, especially combining the dates, the messages and my husband's behaviour. I have various thoughts that make me feel uncomfortable." After the body was identified as Elizabeth, the wife said she became so afraid that she and her husband left their home and spent the night in different places. Elena also revealed she had received threatening messages with photos of herself and her baby, as well as threats against her family. Investigators are alleging these messages would have been sent by Ahmadzai in order to remove suspicion from him. Ahmadzai denies murdering Elizabeth, but was charged with intentional homicide, robbery and illegal possession of a weapon. Ahmadzai exercised his right to remain silent during a hearing before a judge. The 26-year-old made no plea, and the judge ruled that he should be remanded in custody. The suspect has already admitted to putting Elizabeth's body in a suitcase and taking her to the abandoned site. He told authorities he started to panic when he discovered Elizabeth dead at an apartment she was staying at on the 15th of July. Ahmadzai claims he fled the scene and bumped into a mystery old man who supposedly advised him to dump the remains in an abandoned building. The suspect said he then went back to the apartment the next day and placed Elizabeth's body in a suitcase and drove it through Athens. He claims to have met the same man who advised him the day before. As Ahmadzai told cops, "He told me to leave the suitcase with him and he would take care of it." Ahmadzai has also confessed to withdrawing €10,000 from cash machines in Greece using stolen credit cards that belonged to the victim. The Athens courthouse is located on Elisabeth-Jane Street in the Greek capital, just a few minutes from where Elizabeth's body was found. She was found stuffed inside a suitcase and is believed to have been dumped several days before being found, while a post-mortem examination has still not helped determine the cause of death due to the body decomposing too much. In a statement, her family said, "Lisa will always be remembered by us as kind, principled and selfless. Her integrity was absolute and she dedicated her life to helping others in need. We are in deep pain and we ask for time and privacy as we come to terms with our loss."